Hello everyone and welcome to ENGIGYAN Virtual Learning Support. We promote learning and so you do not need to know a lot of things beforehand. We'll teach you that. This course this lesson is on Advanced Java. One of the major parts of Advanced Java is collections. And I am Anmol Arora, your instructor for this course. I am a system engineer at Tata Consultancy Services and I hope you will enjoy the lesson with me. Collections in Java. What is a collection? This lesson will deal about the definition of a collection, the types of collection, the collection framework Java has, and the hierarchy. And we'll also go about through each collections in C programming. Okay, so before we move towards collections, let us ask ourselves that we already had arrays. We have arrays and we're using arrays very comfortably. We are all comfortable with the arrays, the indexes that we have. So why at all do we need to learn another data structure? Why at all was the effort taken to design such a structure called collections? This may be because arrays did have some problems, right? So let's first see what were the problems or what are the problems with arrays, and then we'll see how collections sort them or how collections solve these problems and why actually this will help us understand the usefulness of collections better. The first problem is arrays are not resizable. So when you declare an array, you have to either give the content while declaring or declare an initial size of the array. What happens, what we do is, even if we want an object size of 10 or a content of 10, we declare the array size to be 100 because we as programmers do not know the size that would come from the front. So arrays are not resizable. And again, okay, if we are doing dynamic allocation also, so what happens, we take in the size and suppose the size is full and we want to add another element. The array is already full. We had declared an array of size 10 and it's full. And say one entry came out of a sudden and you want to add the 11th element to the array. That is not possible, right? So arrays are not resizable. Arrays are not suited to insertion deletion. And why is that so? Because how do we insert elements? So we just say, if we want to the first place, we'll say array of 1 or array of 0 is equal to a, or array of 0 is equal to 5. And if you want to delete it, we'll say array of 0 is equal to 0, nothing. So the size remains constant, and to effectively insert or delete, we have to spend time in growing the array, right? Or maybe not growing takes much time, but shrinking does take time. So if I want to effectively keep only those 5 elements at the first, so if there are deleted elements in the between, I have to traverse the array, remove or pick up the spots where the elements are deleted and fill them with other elements. So a lot of work is there. So that's why arrays are not well suited. Also, we cannot check over duplicates. So if you have to check over duplicates, if you have to insert without having duplicates in an array, what will happen? You have to again traverse to the array once to check if the element is already there. Again, a hassle. Now, dot length. Whenever you print the dot length or dot size function, it will give the size of the array while it was created in memory. And maybe you have created size of 10, but your elements are only 5. It will not give you 5, it will give you 10. Collections. So, what are collections in Java? A collection is a group of individual objects represented as a single unit. Just 1 second, Sumit. Sumit, can I continue? Can I continue? मैंने पॉज किया है. कंटिन्यू करूं मतलब मैंने प्रॉब्लम्स विद एरेस तक बोल दिया था पूरा. उसके बाद हाँ हाँ यहाँ तक बोलना है, उसके बाद से बोलना. हाँ 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 हाँ, मतलब एक आध लाइन बीच में आ जाएगा, पर उसके अलावा कुछ नहीं. हाँ ओके. Yeah. So, how does collections solve the problems that array have? And what problems do they solve? First of all, collections are resizable. Suppose you have a collections. I have a list that is already filled with elements, and I'm trying to add an element to the list. What will happen is the list is full. So the list will automatically grow half the size. So if the list had 10 elements, it will become 15 elements. And it happens automatically. It's none of your hassle. Again, then Java collection frameworks, we have a lot of different data types. So we have linked list, we have array list, we have web tree. So we can handle sets, trees, maps, and whatever we want. This framework provides abstractions. So for example, we have three different types of lists. Say we have an array list, have a linked list. Suppose say two types, and we don't want to be concerned about. We don't want to be concerned about what the type of list we have. So we can just refer to a list, an array list, as a list. So if you know the inheritance concepts, or so we can say that list is the superclass, or your list is an interface that array list implements. Sets are easily implemented. So in arrays, we had a problem that there had to be a check for duplicate elements. In sets, that problem is removed and there is no need to check for duplicates. So collection. A collection is a group of individual objects represented as a single unit. So if you have a group of objects, these can be objects. Okay, they not maybe string or integer or float. They can be a human, a toy, a car, a bunk bench. Java provides collection frameworks that define several classes and interface to represent a group of objects. So what is the best part of collections in Java is that a lot of work is already done for you. You just need to know how to use the work. Methods are defined, they have been coded by some great programmers for you, and you just need to know how you can use those methods or how you can adapt your programming to make the most of those methods. So for example, you have to sort a function. You don't have to write a merge sort code or a quick sort code, but you need to know how will you use the sort function that is already there for collections. So if you see the collection framework, you can see that there are three major interfaces. That is the list, set, and queue. We have an array list, linked list, and vector. Set has hash set, linked has set, tree set. Queue has linked list, priority queue, and DQ, or DEC as people call it. And there's something called map interface. Map is for key value pairs. So map has hash map, hash table, tree map. Most popular ones in list is array list and linked list. For sets, we have hash set and tree set. Queue, there is link queue and DQ. Map is hash map and tree map. We'll see about all of these a bit by bit, but we'll concentrate on focus on major ones. List interface in Java. So what is a list interface in Java, or what is a list in Java? It is similar to array with added features. It can contain duplicates. So you can add duplicates like you can add an array. So yeah, that kind. And elements can be ordered. I told you sorting. There is a function for sorting. You don't need to write the code. Just call that sort function with some parameters it requires, and your list is sorted. Maybe a list of 100, or maybe a list of strings, or a list of say objects, anything, it will be sorted. So there are two major types that we'll be seeing: array list and linked list. We have already have inbuilt functions for adding, deleting, sorting, and a lot of more major tasks. Set interface is another interface in Java. What happens here is arrays. One problem was that we cannot eliminate duplicate elements. To eliminate duplicate elements or to check if an element is already there, you have to run an entire access the entire array once and go through it to check if the element is already present or not. In this set interface, what happens? This gives you an actual functionality of the sets that we have in mathematics, right? So in set, what we know from maths is that a set cannot contain duplicate elements, and same is with set in Java. If you are having a set, if you try to add a duplicate element, it will remove the previous occurrence of it. It will not give you an exception, it will not give you an error. It will just remove the previous occurrence of it, nothing else. Again, you can have elements can be ordered. There are three types: hash set, tree set, and linked hash set. And we have inbuilt functions for adding, deleting, and sorting. The map interface is another very important interface. And why is it important is that you can have key value pairs. Key value pairs, dealing with key value pairs has become very famous nowadays because of many programming paradigms that use it. And a key is what? Using a key, or you can have a value mapped to it, and using that key, you can get that value. For example, say if I call about the arrays, the index is the key, and the value that you stored in that index of the array is the value, right? So that is a map object, and you can there are three main types: the hash map, tree map, and linked hash map. Again, you have inbuilt functions for everything. Queue interface is another interface that is used for free fork principle. If the first in the element that first enters the queue will first leave. Very similar to the real world queues that we all stand in. The three major types: linked list, array blocking queue, and priority queue. Okay. So we saw the problems with arrays. We saw how collections solve these problems. And we also saw the major types of collection framework that Java offers us with, right? So what are these advantages of this collection framework? So to talk about it, it has a consistent API. What happens is the add, the put, the delete functions are similar for all sets or all types, I would say. Some changes here and there is there. So you have a basic set of interfaces, right? You have a list. And from that you can create an array list, a linked list, or a vector, etc. With a set, you can create different type of set from there. And what happens is it's not on your or array list is different from a linked list, right? So it's not on your headache now that how it will be implemented background. You just need to know what an array list is, what a linked list is, and you need to know where to use them, and the rest is on the machine. The rest, the compiler, the JVM will take care of it. You don't have to, or say Java will take care of it. It reduces programming effort. For me, the best thing is I don't have to write the program to sort. Okay, and sorting is a big program. When we start learning coding, sorting, merge sort, quick sort, heap sort is a very huge program. I remember. So it is not a programming efforts. You just need to know how you just need to know how to use the collection. Just don't worry about the how what is happening at back end, and this improves the programming speed. So, for example, a layman can use a selection sort code that takes n square time, but a good programmer will write a merge or a quick sort code. Again, they have their added function, added backends. So now what can I don't care. I just write dot sort, array list dot sort. That's it, and the programming sorted, right? So this is what is the collection framework. Before we end, okay, we're not ending here. Before we end, I have I'll show you outright a program, a basic program. So this is Eclipse. Yeah, we'll see how to download Eclipse and install Java in it. So we are trying to create a new project. Okay, so we go to File, we go to New, and we create a Java project. So I don't have Java here. I'll go to Project and then I'll have Java. The best part about Eclipse is that it does not have work for you. And I just give it the name, say first ENGIGYAN project. Okay. and rest is all done. I click on next and finish. Okay. Sorry, my machine is a bit slow. A lot of things in it. So, okay. This is the project that we have created. Now, this one, first ENGIGYAN. Now, if this SRC folder is there, I'm creating a new package inside it. You all must know about packages. It is basically a folder. Okay, yeah. So I click on new and I say click on package. The basic norm is to create a COM package. Okay. You see this COM package is here. Now again I click right click and I create a class. And I'm creating my collection class. So see, I just put this to as capital letters. This is the standard that is followed, and I want it to have a main method. So I am just right clicking on this, and you see that our work is done for you already. Okay. So we have this package created. We have a class here, and we have this public main function. Okay. So before I do this, I create another class. Say my class name is my car. And I just want this to have a public int variable called car number. Okay, nothing else. My main aim is to show you collections. I'm not making the base class very complicated. Okay, so now I just create car objects. My car. Okay, so this is the variable name. My car 1 is equal to new my car. Okay, I did not add a constructor and it did not say me also. Okay, so I'll just put a source and I'll just see generate constructors using fields. See, no work has to be done. Eclipse does it all. Right. Yeah, so I'll put the car number as 11231. Again, I'll declare my car object. Car2 is equal to new my car, say 13121. I declare 1 my car3 is equal to new my car. 15555. Now I'm creating a list. List car list is equal to new array list of my car. Okay, so it's giving a lot of errors. I just click on this and it will say import list from Java not util. I save this, again it is showing me an error. Okay, I'll import Java list. This is done. So this is basically a generic. When we'll see the course in details, I'll talk about what generics are. And this is basically, I am telling that the array list is to be created that will contain objects of type mycar. So mycar is a class that we have here. It's the same package. So I just wanted to say that the array list, this car list will contain objects of type mycar. Okay. So now if I print car list, if I print car list, save, and okay, sorry, this also has to be of type my car. This coming warning, it will go on time in some time now. I'm running, and it will show the empty list because there is nothing in this car list now. What I will do is I will do car list dot add, and I'll add the object car1. I'll add object car2, and I'll add object car3, and again I will do a printer. Okay, so it is showing me the address, and now it will not show me the address if I just do one thing. Was generate toString. If you want to print the variable, so this has to be done. Okay, how can I run this? See, you can see the data is being printed. Okay, another way to print, this is a shortcut. What I will do for car in for each my car in car list, what will I do? I'll just say my car dot car number. So this is a for each loop. Okay, so I'm saying that for each my car type object in this car list, print. So my car is a variable that is being assigned to all the objects. So car list has one, car 2, and car 3, and I'm print my car dot car number. This is getting printed. So now I'll run this program again, and you'll see that the numbers get printed like this. I could do the similar thing for sets. I could say set of my car is equal to new say hash set of my car. Shows me a lot of errors. I just set, I did not give car set. Okay, now I'll just add again car set dot add, again car1 car set dot add car2 car set dot add car3. So this is why Eclipse is easy. It gives us the suggestions to us. I'm so sorry for that. Car set. Now again, I'll just copy paste this. And we'll just change this. And you'll see how easy it is. So it is again showing me the same thing. Now I told you it does not allow duplicates. So instead of car 3, I'm adding car 1. And let's see what happens. See, the third time it was not added only. Right? Yeah. 11231 is added and 13121 is added. It is not adding this one again. So this is how sets have handled with duplicate elements. Maps, we have to create a key value pair. So let's say I create a map of int, comma, okay, int, comma, my car. Okay, and I say car map is equal to new hash map of int, and I guess one thing will be an error. Just see, it is showing an error. Okay, now what I have to do here is just a card map that will have a key value pair. So I have to add card map dot put, it becomes. So it will be new integer of 1 and my argument 1 will be car 1, and I will follow the same thing. I'll put new integer of 2 and car 2, new integer of 3 and car 3, and I'll just print it out like this. Your for each will have a different syntax. We'll see that later on in details. I have to talk about this. Okay, 1 second, what happens? Okay, I'm printing car set only here. Yeah, see, so 1 is equal to my car this, 2 is equal to second car, and 3 is equal to third car. So we have seen how a list works, an array list is working, how a hash set and a hash map is working. We'll talk about all different parts in details, but I hope you've understood this simple program on lists, on collections in Java, and it is very simple. So you can have a lot of functions that I have to insert. I'm not adding any code here. I'm just calling the add function or just calling the put function. So it's that simple. I hope you've understood this, and now this was the end of this lesson. We'll have a lot of lessons to cover up in the future. I hope you enjoy learning with me and have a good experience and take back all that you can. Thank you so much. Meet you in the next lesson.